Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So you might be able to tell that I'm in a bit of a different setup today because I'm actually filming the first YouTube video in our new house, and I'm so excited. I'm in our bedroom right now, which is slowly coming together. We've got the peace poster back up again, so you might say that everything is kind of back to normal. Anyway, I have been so excited to share today's video with you guys because this is probably one of the topics that's been most requested ever since I started my channel almost 4 years ago. So today I'm going to be sharing 2 different colorful capsule wardrobes, and of course, most importantly, I'm going to be giving you some tips on how you can create your own colorful, long-lasting and sustainable wardrobe as well. One that will be just as easy to combine as a neutral colored one. I had so much fun doing this, like I never thought that I would have so much fun creating something with this many colors. I don't know what took me so long, so I hope this video will definitely make up for it, and I hope that all of you babes out there who loves colors, whether that being for your wardrobe or for your home, whatever it might be, I hope these color theories and these tips that I'm about to share you will definitely help you a lot along the way. This is something I often get from you guys. I often get it from people when I meet them in real life as well. I love colors and your wardrobe is so neutral. What do I do if I want a colorful capsule wardrobe? So one thing is that you love colors. You might find some great secondhand pieces in colors. You might stumble upon some great sustainable brands that do collections in lovely colors. But how exactly do you choose colors that go nice together with what you already have in your wardrobe? And how can you build a capsule wardrobe filled with colors that looks nice, is easy to combine, is long-lasting, timeless, and also sustainable? That is what I'm about to share with you guys today. First of all, I always like to turn to some sources for inspiration. So I have a couple of Insta babes here that I want to share with you guys. I'm gonna link them down below for you to go check out. 3 of them are really great at this, like really colorful primary colors, really like bold color scale, whereas the final one is more probably how I would do it really. It's more about mixing neutrals with just a few splashes of color. So only like dipping your toes into colors, but without feeling like it takes completely over your wardrobe, which is something I've warmed up to a lot myself. So I'm gonna link those down below for you to go have a look at. I know that if you love colors, at least 1 or 2 of these will be right up your alley. Of course, there's also the whole style preference thing. So maybe you don't particularly connect with the style of these women have, but maybe you just like the way that they combine colors, and then you can take some inspiration from that. Another thing you could try doing, and this is actually what I chose to do when I was building these capsule wardrobes, is to go on, for example, Arked's webshop. Arked is an ethical brand, and then just filter some of your favorite colors. So if you just have a look at all of their clothing and then filter it into a couple of different colors that you really love or that you find look nice together, then that's definitely a great way to sort of get a visual image of how certain items look together in this sort of color scale, if that makes sense. Another thing that you could do, and this is something that I often did when I used to work as a designer, or just if I've been doing something graphic, some graphic work on my computer, or like in this case, when I was building these capsule wardrobes, you can go onto the Adobe Color Wheel, which is a free online tool where you can sort of figure out which colors look nice together using different color theories. So you can get a look at what kind of analog colors look nice together, what kinds of primary colors. They have different sorts of color theories, I guess. And then the Color Wheel will present you with some colors that sort of look nice together. And you can draw the little arrows and like mix and match the different colors. There's also a huge library with color schemes that other people have saved. So really there's a lot of inspiration for you to go have a look at there. And like I said, it's free to use. It's really easy to use as well. And the colors that you choose don't have to match perfectly, because I think that's not very realistic, because all brands, when you already narrow it down to maybe only buying secondhand or only supporting the ethical brands, it's hard to find colors that match these 100%. But I find that shades of these colors also look really nice together. Like often when people speak about dressing head to toe one color, they actually often recommend that you choose different shades of that color and different textures to create some dimension. So it's actually pretty good if they're not completely like 100% the same shade. I really want to quickly mention that I'm no expert in these different terms, so if I tend to use shades or like tones of color or some of these terms wrong, then I'm sorry in advance, but I hope you guys understand what I mean anyway. So the way that I would do this is I would not throw out my entire wardrobe, because that's not very sustainable. I would definitely start with what I have and then add on to that along the way. I'm sure that many of you guys who are watching already love colors, so you probably already have a wardrobe filled with colors. You just don't really know how to combine them and which colors look nice together and all that jazz. So just start with what you have and then move on from there. That's what I would recommend you guys to do. So what I would do is that I would pick 3 to 4 different colors to include in my capsule wardrobe, and it doesn't necessarily have to count neutrals, but just at least 3 to 4 different like actual colored items. And the reason why I want to kind of like narrow it down to that is because then, at least that's what I find, it's easier to sort of combine things together without it looking messy, and to keep up a great balance in your wardrobe. You could obviously add more of that to your thing, you could add less. It's all, you know, a matter of personal preference. Then I would make sure that these 3 to 4 colors look nice together. So if I'm completely lost there, if I do need a bit of theory to figure out which colors theoretically look nice together, then I would definitely use the Adobe Color Wheel, maybe read up on some color theory. I'm going to share a link down below as well for some really like easy to read color theory as well. So it's nice to have these theories to kind of lean up against, but definitely you don't have to use them as something you have to do. It's also, again, a matter of personal preference. So even though 2 colors might not theoretically look great together, if you like these colors together, then definitely go ahead and wear those colors. Speaking of sustainability, one thing is to support the ethical brands and to buy more secondhand and to use what you have in a new creative way. But I would also make sure to choose some colors that are timeless. And what are timeless colors anyway? Like, don't necessarily let some guide tell you what kinds of colors are timeless, because you might not agree with these. There are definitely some colors that like we see a lot in like the fashion industry season after season, but I feel like it's important that you choose some colors that are timeless to you. So colors that you tend to always go back to, colors that you've been loving for years and that you just know, I will love this color for almost the rest of my life. So that are really the truly timeless colors in my opinion. So choosing colors that are timeless also means that you can use these items over and over again, which is super important when speaking a long-lasting and sustainable wardrobe. So for my 2 colorful capsule wardrobes, I have obviously started from scratch because I really wanted to show you guys how you could do this. So these are just sort of like templates. These are just ideas. You might have some items in your wardrobe already that are similar to those that I've chosen. But again, definitely start with what you have and then move on from there. So I've chosen to include items in these 2 different capsule wardrobes, kind of based on my own basic wardrobe. So items that I can't live without, items that I love wearing over and over again. So sort of my version of a basic wardrobe, but just with colors. So these are all pretty much basic items, I would categorize them as, but in colors that are less safe and less basic. So if you're the type of person who likes basic items, but you tend to choose items that are more fun and in colors that other people wouldn't necessarily choose, then I hope these 2 capsule wardrobes will definitely be an inspiration for you. No matter what colors you might like or what types of items you might like, I really hope that this method will help you along the way. You could easily add more dresses if you're not so much of a pant girl. You could add some other types of items that are more your style. So I definitely say it's always important, like with a traditional capsule wardrobe, that you constantly ask yourself, is this truly my style? Do I have something in my wardrobe that I can wear this with? Does it suit my lifestyle? So if you're starting completely from scratch, then I definitely recommend you to go check out my latest capsule wardrobe video guide, because that's the full guide from start to finish, just all from how to find your style and how to figure out how many items you need in your wardrobe. Everything you need is in that video. And then you can maybe come back to this one if you want to be better at adding some colors to your wardrobe. Everything that I'm about to share you on these overviews are from more or less from sustainable brands. Like, I've did my best to really find these items from sustainable brands, and I will link everything for you down below if you need to have a look at some of it after watching this video. So let's start with the first colorful capsule wardrobe, and this is what I like to call the analog color mood. So this color mood is actually inspired by a scarf from Orchid that I found when I was searching for different colored items. I just felt like this was such a really nice and calm sort of color scale, and that gave me the inspiration to make this more analog color theme. So these colors are called analog because they're very close placed together. So if you look at the Adobe color wheel, you'll see that these kind of like are placed right next to each other. So that just means that you get this splash of color and this sense of color, but in a really calm and very harmonious way. I've also popped in a bit of neutrals and also a bit of brown to give it more of an autumnal feel, because it is autumn right now. If you wanted it to be more like a spring feel, you could add some other more spring-like colors that looks great in this whole color theme, like maybe a yellow or something like that. But I actually find this capsule wardrobe really timeless and like something you could wear all throughout the year. Mostly it's actually, you know, items like the boots and the hat and the wool coat that makes it kind of autumnal. But really you could wear this all throughout the year, I'd say. And again, you could also add some other items in this wardrobe that are more spring-like, so maybe some more dresses or skirts or something like that, something that's more light and suitable for the spring and summer season, but just like keep it within this same color theme. So that would be an easy way to take this wardrobe from one season to another. You could also choose a completely different color theme within the analog colors, like these rosy and red colors are also something that I find really, really cute and easy to combine with each other. So if you like those sort of colors more, then maybe you should try that. So I just wanted to share a capsule wardrobe that is neutral and basic, but just have some really calm, delicious splashes of color. So I hope you guys like this one. Again, like with my own capsule wardrobe, I also feel like you could create a lot of outfits that are great for both everyday wear, but definitely also for evening wear. I've actually also made a little example of how I would create evening wear with this capsule wardrobe. It's all about the styling and it's all about choosing the right items for you, so you can wear it all throughout the year for every sort of occasion. Let's move on to the other capsule wardrobe that I've created. This is the very bold one, as I like to call it. This is actually made with the primary color theory. So this whole capsule wardrobe is all about being bold. It's all about combining primary colors with each other. So they fit nice together because they are primary colors, and primary colors are those colors that you can't make by mixing other colors, if that makes sense. So these are actually the colors that exist that all other colors come from, if that makes sense. So they're very, very bold and very bright and very powerful, and they look amazing together even though they're very different. I've chosen to add a pop of Bordeaux instead of the red color because I feel like it gives a nice and calm vibe to the whole thing. And again, burgundy is very suitable for this time of year, for the autumn season, but definitely if you want to go for like a bright red, you definitely could. You can see here that I've added a few accessories in a bright red as well. Just wanted to add that burgundy color as well because it's sort of like in the same family as red, but it just gives a more autumnal feel to the whole capsule wardrobe. So I've tried to create some outfits that are super bold to show how well the different colors go together, but I've definitely also tried to create a few looks that are a bit more basic, still very colorful, but just have some more basic elements to them as well, just to show you the many different dimensions of a wardrobe like this. If you choose colors that look nice together, there's not really any boundaries. You can combine everything together, which is amazing, which makes it a lot easier for you to get dressed. Again, I feel like for a really great capsule wardrobe, it's super important that you can mix and match everything more or less with each other. Again, it can be hard to find colors that are exactly the same as these primary colors, especially if you narrow it down to only supporting ethical brands, for example. But again, like I mentioned earlier in this video, if you find some colors that are in the same family as these different colors, or at least the same hue or shade. Again, I'm not sure I'm using the terms correct, but I'm sure you guys know what I mean. If they're in the same family, I still find that it looks nice and very harmonious together. So feel free to use these templates for your own reference. I'm going to be sharing them over on my blog. I'm also going to be pinning them on my Pinterest board called My Capsule Wardrobes, like I always do, so you guys can use these for your own reference. You can add or replace items that go more with your own style as you will. Another tip that I quickly wanted to mention, because as you can see here, I have a lot of like block colors. Everything is like solid colored. Obviously you could add some more prints to the whole thing if you love prints. My top tip would be to choose some prints that have at least 2 to 3 of the colors that you have in your wardrobe in that same print, so that no matter what you pair this print with, it will look great with what you already have in your wardrobe, and it will kind of tie all of the colors really nice together. It will look really nice and balanced, which I think is kind of important if you want to master a very bold and colorful wardrobe. When you look at these outfit overviews that I've made, you can sort of see that I've tried to do that as well. So I've tried to use these scarves to kind of tie the colors together. And another thing that I've tried to sort of do to tie the whole look together is to you know, choose items that are in the same color, at least 2 items that are in the same color. So some outfits have like the same colored shoes and the same colored bag, but then the rest of the outfit is in other colors. So that's sort of another way to tie the whole thing together. But again, in reality, if you choose colors that look nice together, there's not really any rules and there's not really any boundaries. You can go as crazy as you will. For the really bold, colorful capsule wardrobe, I know that I've included a lot of bags, but you'll quickly discover that I've actually narrowed down the clothing items and then just added a few more accessories, because I feel like, again, it's very powerful for these very bold outfits to include different kinds of colored bags, for example, so that you can pair the shoes and the bag in the same color, or the bag and the hat, or something like that. So I just feel like it's very powerful to have all of these colors represented in the bags. But you totally don't have to do that. This is just an idea and something that I did because I feel like it just created a nice balance all throughout these outfits. So before you even start building this colorful capsule wardrobe, I think it's really important that you ask yourself exactly when you build the neutral colored capsule wardrobe, the more traditional one. I think it's really important that you ask yourself, what mood is it that I want to achieve with this wardrobe? So, you know, one thing is to say that I really want a colorful capsule wardrobe. I don't want to have a basic, boring, colorless wardrobe. But what is it that you want these colors to do for you in your wardrobe? That's really what you need to ask yourself, I think. So questions you could ask yourself is something like, do you want these colors to be simple and soft? Do you want something that is pastel, like something really soft like that? Then maybe the analog color theory, like the first capsule wardrobe that I showed you, would be the thing for you to try and dig into. Ask yourself if you want a really strong, powerful, like really bold colored wardrobe, then maybe the theory with the primary colors is more your thing. So you sort of need to figure out what it is you want to achieve with your wardrobe before you even begin, I think. To me, it's sort of not enough to just be like, oh, I love colors, and then just like buy items from all over the place, 1,000 different colors just because you like that one single item. If you want success with your capsule wardrobe, if you want it to be easy to combine, it's really important that you take some time to figure out which colors look nice together, so that you constantly ask yourself, do I have something in my wardrobe I can wear this with? Would it be easy for me to style this up so I can use it over and over again? Because that's kind of the only way you'll get this effortless sense worked into your wardrobe, no matter what color your wardrobe is. So all this combined with constantly evaluating with yourself what you think. So again, like I've mentioned before a couple of times, one thing is all of the theories that you can definitely use as a guideline when you build your capsule wardrobes, but it's really important that you also ask yourself, what do I think? Because at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to be wearing your wardrobe, and it's really important that you feel good about what you wear in order for it to really be long lasting. So just wanted to put that out there. So finally, I just wanted to mention one more time that if you already love colors, I'm sure you already have a lot of wonderful colors in your wardrobe. You just kind of need to figure out how to structure the whole thing so that it becomes more harmonious and so that it becomes easier for you to style up all of these wonderful, colorful items. So definitely don't start completely from scratch. Work with what you have and then take the whole thing as a learning process and have fun with it. So that is it for this video, guys. I really hope that it was helpful to you. Again, please remember that I'm no expert and I am a person who loves neutral colors. I have done for years, probably will for the rest of my life. It's not that I don't love colors at all, but this was very new for me, and I had so much fun. I really like the two different wardrobes that I ended up creating. I would love to do this more, so if you have other colors that you absolutely love but you don't know how to combine these, please let me know down below. Maybe we could turn this into some sort of a colorful capsule wardrobe series, or maybe if you would like to see these capsule wardrobes that I've created just with another type of style, maybe that's something that I could delve into as well. Just in general, provide you guys with some more wardrobe examples of different sorts of styles that you can use as a guideline if you are starting to declutter your wardrobe yourself and you would like to have some inspiration on that. So definitely let me know down below. Remember, everything that I've showed in this video will be linked down below, including all of the items that I've showed and also the overviews if you want to print them out or use them for your own reference. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that this video lived up to your expectations. I had so much fun building these wardrobes, and I'll definitely see if I can do more of this in the future. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next video.